The very first thing you should confirm before starting running Jet Force Gemini is to see if expert controls are selected in the option menu. The control scheme is really counterintuitive if it's not. The main method of movement in Jet Force Gemini is strafe running, which is basically just running at a diagonal. I'm not sure exactly how much it boosts movement over normal running. I've heard anywhere from 10% faster to somewhere around the square root of 2. It's definitely worth doing, as it saves minutes over the course of a run in any category. There's two ways of strafe running, and each has its inherent benefits and drawbacks. The first is strafe running while aiming, or R-strafing. This is done by holding R to toggle manual aiming, and then holding C up to run forward and C left or C right to run at a diagonal. The advantages that this method has is that it lets you manually target during normal movement. Kind of obvious, but worth mentioning. Also, your field of vision is a lot better than the other method since you're able to see directly in front of you. The second method, and the one I suggest prioritizing, is strafe running without aiming, or stick strafing. To move this way, hold C left or C right to determine which direction you want to face, and then just move the control stick forward and slightly tilt it in the same direction as your C button. You'll immediately notice that your vision is limited to the direction you're facing instead of in front of you. Because of this, it may seem like R-strafing works better, but oftentimes it doesn't. Stick strafing takes getting used to, but once you're comfortable with it, it's usually the better choice. Here's why. Running without manually targeting allows the game to auto-aim at enemies. No matter how good your aim is, auto-aiming will always work faster. Also, you can jump and maintain the strafe speed this way, meaning unless you're Lupus, your hovering will also be at strafe speed. Lupus's jump and hovering is always normal speed though. Adjusting your direction is easier this way also, since your movement is done through the control stick instead of the C buttons. The only time I would recommend R-strafing is when you encounter sniper drones and flying drones, as these usually require individual targeting at angles that auto-aiming doesn't account for. One last thing regarding movement types is special doors. Some of the doors in Jet Force Gemini take into account the direction the control stick is pointing when you load the next room. Sometimes it's not a big deal, and others it can mess up the strat for the room entirely. If you know you're going to need to aim immediately upon entering a room, or if you just want to play it safe, it's worth switching to R-strafing right before entering a loading zone. 3 rooms that immediately come to mind in regard to this are the last room on Goldwood Interior, the castle entrance on Tofrit, and the Red Key room on Spawn Ship.